Yo, so you guys know how like the older generations always like, these kids nowadays, they're always listening to their rap music and their Snapchats. It's like, bro, just like, can you just let us live? Like, goddamn. And I've always been like, I'm never gonna be like that. I'm not gonna shit on the next generation. Like cause I understand what they've been through. Like, it's so annoying having like these old heads be like, these kids nowadays. But like, seeing the state of the world right now, I'm like, yo, these kids, man. What's good with these kids, man? What's good, these kids? These kids, bro. Like, I'm a kid, still. Almost not a kid anymore. But, bro, these kids, they don't even go outside. Like, when I was a kid, I would be going outside every day. Like, all the kids in the neighborhood, unless it was rain. Honestly, even if it was raining, we would still go outside sometimes. We just, like, fuck around in the rain. But pretty much every day, we would go outside. All the kids would come outside. We play outside. We'd have so much fun. We played basketball. We played foursquare tag, freeze tag, whatever. We cops and robbers. Dude, we made up our own games. You know that one game, Keep Away, that everyone thinks they made up. Like, we made that shit up. I would actually be pissed when I couldn't go outside. Like, I remember one time I had a cold. Maybe I was like 7 or 8 years old, and all the other kids in the neighborhood were playing outside. And I remember just watching through the window like this, like holding. I was just holding the window. I think you can imagine like a little kid just looking out the window, like just sad, like low key crying. I was like, "Ma, please, like, can I just go outside?" She's like, "No, you have a cold. You can't go outside." And it's funny because 8, 9 years ago that's how it was, but nowadays the parent has to be like, "Yo, get your ass off the PlayStation and go outside, bro. Like, what are you doing?" But then like little kids like, "No, I don't. Why would I want to go outside if I can go outside in Fortnite?" I have this younger cousin. He's 11 or 12 or something. I don't know. I don't keep track. This dude is 12 and he still needs to be fed by his parents, and it's only when he has a screen in front of his face. He won't eat the food unless he has stimulation. You gotta place the phone in front of him like this. He'll watch it like this, and then you have to be like, "Here comes the airplane." Smack the fuck out of you, bro. Oh my god. Makes me so mad every time I see it. I don't have a younger brother. Like, if I did, like, smack the fuck out of him. if he was like doing some shit like that. But I have an older brother, and every time I was on some stupid shit, bro, smack the fuck out of me, bro. I'd be like, smack the fuck out. And it's like I used to be like so scared. Like, I tell my parents and shit, and like, like I used to hate my brother for that, but low key it set me straight. Like, every time I was on some stupid shit, he'd smack the fuck out of me. Or he just like yell at me, and like, it made me into a better person. Like, let's be real. Like, otherwise I'd be like not eating my food and need to watch Cocomelon or something. And we already know all this stuff happens about like how kids are addicted to technology. They don't like do shit, and like they don't go outside and stuff. Like, we all know this, but like, why is it happening? Like, who's to blame? A lot of people say like Gen Z parents are like, oh, Gen Z parents are so bad. They're making their kids like depressed and all that. It's like, bro, that's some bullshit. I think it's a society as a whole that's the problem, and it's specifically like with social media and the internet, because before it was like take 50 years ago when the internet didn't exist. It's only now, like my generation or like millennials or whatever, that when we started growing up with technology, our parents had no idea what to do because that's never happened before. And your parents are supposed to be, the biggest influence in your life. But now there's the internet that does influencing too. You can teach your kids like good things, instill good morals and stuff, and like, good attitude. But then they'll see shit on the internet, and they might learn something completely different, something bad. Like, let's be real, like there's a lot of shitty content creators, influencers that just make like entertainment videos that are funny, right? Like, they're usually like negative, or they're like, like loud equals funny, right? They'll just like say like shit super loud. They'll like do some stupid shit, and it's low-key funny, and like kids will eat that up, right? And then they'll start acting like that. Like, for example, like IShowSpeed, like if you've seen him, he's literally loud equals funny. Like he just makes, but like he just does stupid shit, and like a lot of kids follow him, and a lot of kids are influenced by him. So it's not, you can't blame your parents, you can't blame the parents for this. But at the same time, you know, maybe like it's the parents' fault because aren't they aren't like checking, okay, what is your kid actually watching and all this stuff. But then it's like, oh, if you do all this stuff, then like you're making your kid a loser. Let's be real, like the kid that has screen time is like, they get made fun of. Like if you have screen time set by your parents, like you have parental controls, like everyone makes fun of you. So like no, and like no parent wants to be that parent where like their kid is getting made fun of and stuff. So then it's like, okay, like maybe you shouldn't do that. But then it's like if you don't do that, then like your kid is like, you know, seeing all this like stupid shit. And also there's like porn, like little kids be watching porn, bro. Like I started when I was like 12, bro. Like 12, bro. Like I didn't even hit. That was like when I started puberty. Now we're just influenced by people that aren't just our parents. You know, it's like I started watching YouTube when I was like 9 years old, and it's low-key kind of early. I'm not gonna lie. That might be why I turned out like this, but but my cousin, bro, he been on this shit like since he was like 3 years old, bro. Like it's just crazy. But like I said, like you can't really blame kids because I mean, think of like an iPad or a phone, right? Think of what you have access to in this device. Everything. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, any website in the world you can just access. These social media apps are designed to stimulate you. They're designed to make you like produce like dopamine in your brain. Like I don't know the technicalities. It makes you wanna. It's supposed to be addicting. So if you look at it from the point of view of these little kids, and also like you, because you're probably an addict too, fucking loser. I don't know why I'm talking, but like the virtual world is a lot better than the real world. You can go on your phone for 2 hours scrolling through Reels, TikTok, or something and be entertained. There's not a lot of other things in the world that simple that can entertain you like that and also make you have as much fun. Now, at the end of the day, scrolling is very draining and it's very bad for your mental health. But that's why it's addicting, because it makes you feel good and then it makes you feel terrible while you're not doing it. So you can't really blame these kids. You know, like these things are made to be addictive. The virtual world is so much better than the outside world. You know, like why would kids go outside when they can go outside in Fortnite, bro? They can play Minecraft or something. They could drive cars in GTA or something. You know, you really can't expect, and it's like these are little kids we're talking about. You can't expect them to like think about these things like logically for themselves. Like how can you expect kids to do other things? How can you expect kids to want to go outside when technology is like literally just ripping all the attention from their brain? And now we're giving kids phones even earlier. I remember when I got my first phone, I was 13 or 14. I was in 8th grade. But like nowadays I see kids getting phones in like 2nd grade, 3rd grade, like you may be in kindergarten. Actually, I don't, maybe not kindergarten yet. I don't know if we're at that point yet, but we're close. We're close to that point. But like because all these little kids now have phones and they're on like TikTok and stuff. Bro, humor is fucked. Humor in like the last 10 years has gone downhill, but then we've also gone downhill with it. Like our brain, our processing system, our comprehension, like our we've all become like a little autistic over the years. So like comedy has gone down, but we've gone down with it. So it's just like we find it funny even though it's like 10 years ago we would have been like, what the fuck is this? There's so many things that come from the internet. For example, take Riz. Riz is just a word. Like it's slang. It's just like yo, he got Riz, like oh he Riz her up, like yo he's a Rizzly Bear, like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like no one has a problem with the word Riz. I didn't have a problem with the word Riz. It's just a better word for game, I guess, right? I was like, there's nothing wrong with it. Until I heard of the Rizzler. And Skibbity Toilet. You know that song? Sticking out your yacht for the Rizzler. You're so skibbity. Like, when I hear shit like this, I'm so glad I stayed off TikTok. I've always been like against TikTok. Like, I remember TikTok blew up around like 2019, 2020, especially during COVID. Then it was like super popular because everyone was at home doing nothing, scrolling like this. Like, you know how it is, right? But I was always against it. I was like, you know, these kids, man, bro, like on TikTok, like, what you gonna do, bro? Like, what are you gonna do? But like, I was always against it, and I'm so glad I was. Otherwise, I would be singing Skibbity Toilet. I didn't have Instagram like for a while. I didn't have Snapchat. I stayed off TikTok. I wasn't walking around like this with my phone. Actually, no, it's not even like that. It's like this, dog. It's like motherfuckers be walking around like this, looking down at their phone. Bro, it's crazy, bro. The neck posture nowadays is insane. Bro, there's this guy in my school. I don't know his name. I don't know. Like, I've never seen him before. I saw him like last week. I was like, bro, that guy's not real. Dead ass. Bro, look like this. Hey guys. How you doing? Like, I was just thinking, like, bro, you could be like 5 inches taller if you just did this. Like, but like, that's what his phones be doing to us, bro. Sticking out your gut for the Rizzler. You're so skibbity. Yo, why is this song like low key catchy? Why is this just low key catchy? Like, I was clouding it like 2 seconds ago, but like, why is it like it's a funny song? Like, why is it like low key catchy? Like, like I'm not even gonna lie, like dead ass. Like a week ago, I was just like sitting in my room. I just like caught myself singing that shit. I was like singing as their life for there is. I was like alone in my bedroom singing that, bro. And I was like, bro, they got me too. Singing shit. Yo, TikTok ruined music too. A lot of good artists came from TikTok. Like a lot of good songs came from TikTok, but then a lot of shitty songs, shitty artists came from TikTok. So like there are good things that come from TikTok and like the internet and stuff, but then there's like shit like staking out your yacht for the Rizzler. This is like what the fuck, bro? Like you gotta but it's like mostly you gotta balance, but like mostly the bad shit. It's like staking out your yacht for the Rizzler. Alright, peace out. You're so phantom tax. I just wanna be your Sigma.